Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, this is going to be interesting, James. You know, they're talking about numbers and Draken and so on and so forth.
Yep.
When we saw him sort of debuting with NiP in ECS recently on an overpass, I think it was against Astralis. He got like 25 kills in the first half on CT side and then proceeded to get, oh no, it was Train actually, and then proceeded to get no kills or you know, something to that effect, and they ended up losing the game overall. So I'm hoping we'll get to see the explosive Draken. I think overpass, you know, we've seen this very much in his ballpark, and so I'm looking forward to seeing him on that CT side. So I hope we get to see that straight away, and so because I know they can be kind of an emotional squad sometimes.
Yeah, he did fit in like a glove in the game of overpass we saw on the CT side. I thought it actually stylistically that it would work for the kind of AWPer he is in the vacuum of that matchup. It did. Will it work here? We'll have to wait to find out. Looking at the predictions from the team here at StarLadder, only Senya picked fnatic to win. The other 7 people all picked Ninjas in Pyjamas to win, so he's alone on that one.
NiP.
Now,
do it, man.
the thing is, it seems that NiP are trying to force overpass to be a map for them, and that is respectable. Historically, though, in the last 3 months, they are 33% on this map. fnatic are 29%. So, you know, as far as statistics are concerned, this one is wide open, stuck in the tunnel are Ninjas in Pyjamas, but they force their way out. They get the first frag as well. 2 players in that short position. If Broland goes down, it seems that JW would try to be in that bait spot. Will they be willing to plant the bomb with Broland showing in that spot? I don't know if they will be. JW now taking the place. Lekro will get the bomb planted. Twist spotted outside Monster. He'll take one in the face. There is a man advantage for Ninjas in Pyjamas post-plant.
Yeah, this is they've done the most important thing, got the bomb down, and now they're in a favorable spot. PD50 on the ramp, moving all over the place. Burst comes out from GetRight just for a moment, and they are baiting really effectively here, our NiP. Good teamwork, and GetRight will escape. JW's got so much to deal with here, and these players aren't going to give him easy peeks. That is for certain. Nice pop there from JW. Might just get another one. Oh, I think he's sticking the bomb. Not sure what that was about, but either way, I think he knew his fate was sealed, and that will be 1-0 for NiP on the T side of things. And moving forwards, it's going to be interesting to see how well fnatic do play at this LAN. You know, we've seen them traveling around a lot recently, having some disappointing performances here or there. But it is a team that I feel like has an explosive potential to it. So,
yeah, I do wonder if they are. I don't know what their schedule is, but I do wonder if they are oversubscribed at present, considering that there may be an advantage in taking a break and focusing on reinventing themselves and so on and so forth. Anti-eco territory for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Moving through connector with 2 players. They'll see that no one is there. No one is deep towards long or anything. It's a stack towards the B bomb site. There are 3 players of SMG, so I'm sure NiP will send a scout to one of these sites to find out what's going on. Asking questions towards short B. They've got a GetRight very far back, keeping an eye on Monster. JW holding a HE. I think Broland might be there as well. Can they get their timing right, though? Maybe that grenade into the B bomb site will be the invitation, but there's no one behind it. You can see the scout of Draken has cleared the A bomb site. So the bomb should make its way there shortly. 45 seconds on the clock. No concern in that respect. Gets his bell rung down to 16 HP, so he's got to be careful, but other players could maybe take his place. Indeed, they will do exactly that. That's a great swap. Forest can pick up the slack in that respect. Bomb needs to get planted. And the Ninjas in Pyjamas have surrounded the B bomb site. They have contained fnatic from all angles. And lots of bonus money is being made by the SMG or Forest at the very least. Only so much they can do really to stop him. JW surely go down eventually. He might manage to escape for a second or 2. It's pretty pedestrian from Ninjas in Pyjamas. It's a good indicator, the way they went through that round at least. And now we're on to the buy round for fnatic.
indeed we are. And we'll see the Orgs come out, and no LWP just yet, unfortunately for them. But it's round 4, NiP, all things considered. UMP and Mag-10 still in their hands. There's actually so many different ways you can play this with 3 AKs. You can pretty much do whatever you want. There's Mag-10, UMP, you can play it towards sewers, towards connector. You can even try to use it to bait or to clear toilets. So there's so many options here for NiP. And Rez picks up a quick entry frag. That is beautiful. So early on as well. And they may even boost here for more. This is going to add insult to injury should they find any more. And surely they won't, but oh no. Is there another frag to be had? They'll anticipate it. And that will be 4 versus 4 now here for NiP.
Crims with the save. That really could have been a second frag. It's a boost that NRG popularized. 4v4, minute on the clock, 1 player spotted towards long. The bomb hasn't been seen by fnatic, as you can see on the radar. It's just moving towards the toilets now, so they don't quite know what's going on. Forest with a nice frag onto Brolan. There are more CTs here. The rotation is fast. 50 seconds remaining. Now we start to see more clues for fnatic. So many smoke grenades on that B bomb side. Draken harassing with the Mac 10, but he can't quite get a kill. fnatic maybe positioning to try and stop a bomb plant from happening, and indeed it is happening at present and will be successful.
Yeah, NiP really bleeding out the utility this round from fnatic until they just forced them into just taking aim battles, and it is actually working out. Get right in the 1 versus 2. Ooh, I think he had advantage on Exist there. Pretty big advantage, but doesn't really work out his way. That feels like it really should have gone NiP's direction, James, but for some reason it did not. To the credit of fnatic, Exist especially towards the end, where it's not even really utilized too much. And yeah, I mean, it was a bonus round after all. The bomb did go down. That's extra cash in the bank. And some reset potential.
I don't know what happens with Forest. I don't know if he thought he had cover from towards the APC, because the smoke dissipated from around the truck and he just wasn't holding the right angle that he was exposed to. So maybe it was a miscommunication. But again, if that kind of thing is going to happen, better it happens in round 3 than round 29. So a way to have a positive spin on it if you're a coach or whatever, or a player on the server. Draken having a cheeky peek around the smoke grenade. This is high risk. Seems they've spotted him. He really wants to go for an engagement here, but I don't know if that's going to work out so well for him. Forest taken out towards the playground area, and there will be a trade, but it will be traded straight back by fnatic. 4 versus 2 with a minute 20 on the clock. The tables have definitely turned very quickly on Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Yeah, it was really nice from Brolan. Snappy stuff. He's looking pretty sharp so far today. Going Rez creeping around. Rez will find Brolan. It's so suffocating when the CTs find so much success towards the party and fountain early in the round, because you don't really feel as though you're comfortable going towards B, because it feels like they have too much information. They're just going to have the rotation beat you out in that position. So you feel like you have to try to challenge somehow for it, but it's very difficult to do it. And you kind of get stuck in these awkward engagements. I think we really saw that here for NiP. Whereas with the Deeg AWP combo, we can't count him out. We saw some crazy stuff from FaZe earlier today in positions like this. And he is making his way towards the bomb site. If he's able to get the pick onto Twist somehow, then he can actually plant. And ooh, Twist might actually suddenly be out of position as well. This is very interesting. It's limited time. Needed the 1 Deeg onto Crims, but Crims holds it down. 2-2 as fnatic will survive and force NiP to the eco.
Free AWP. Not terrible. At least at the end of the round, free AWP. So what do NiP have in store? If this is all due to a communication error on the post-plant on the A-bomb site, that's got to be a frustrating start to a best-of-3 series, especially when it's their choice of overpass. Let's see what they can do. Well, they have no grenades in this round. Only 1 player has a pistol. Get Right has bought Kevlar behind the pistol as well. And I don't know if there's much to be had from that. Anti-eco frags for Brolan. But with no grenades, I don't know. That money may have... I mean, his money's together with his team, but maybe there's more to be done in a buy round with more grenades in the future. Who knows? Sometimes maybe he gets a frag of it. Not this time, though.
Forrest trying to eke out whatever he can in the CZ. Might actually find something if these CDs keep pushing. Yeah, there it is. Finds a headshot onto JW. JW will be quite annoyed with that one, just, I think, for having missed some of those shots that he missed early on. It'd be really cool to see a return to form for JW of old. think it's really been a while, at least since I've seen him be truly remarkable. But this was a good hold here from Brolan. Just a continuation spray, blinded repeatedly. There you go. 3-2 for Fnatic. The AKs come back out. Now the AWP's in the hands of Draken again. He couldn't activate it in the previous instance. Maybe this will be better.
I'm looking more to the CT side for Draken, as previously, as we mentioned last time we saw them on overpass. I thought that was a headshot from GW, but wasn't as far as the server is concerned. Jesus, what kind of screenshot is that? That's really freaky. Someone's going to have nightmares. My mind's already a dark place though, so I'm good. 3 players in the B bomb site for Fnatic. A heavy focus for them there early on overpass. Get right will just hold an off angle. He doesn't know if anybody's pushing Monster, so he'll be lurking towards B for in the meantime. And as you can see, Fnatic have a 2-man setup towards along. Got a Brilliant up close with JW holding an angle. If there is a jump towards the flower bed, has he got the flicks?
It used to be something he was definitely known for, those flick shots. JW ready and waiting. In come the nades. It's such a strong setup here between him and Brolin. But actually, as I say that, Brolin walks out straight into the forest. And that gives an opportunity now to NiP as they look to, with 30 seconds left, start to push into this A bomb site. They've lost the lurk towards the B site. And because there's no traffic, I don't think Fnatic actually have enough information so far to know whether it's A or B just yet. And that pick coming in late from Draken could be the difference. They spot the bomb now, do Fnatic. And Crims is just spraying him down. There's not too much left for Draken to do. Can he find himself just anything here? No. Saving will be amazing, but I don't know that that will happen here. Twist already on the hunt. Draken seems to have a sense for it, but not good enough. 4-2. Fnatic look fairly comfortable, James. NiP struggling at the early portions of these rounds. And ever since they lost that post plant, it's just looked kind of weak.
Yeah, it's just changed very, very quickly indeed. But they're still favoured at the moment on GG.bet, as you can see from the numbers there. Rise of the silenced M4, as I say, of course, as it's dropped for a different rifle. 2 AKs are out. We saw Crims, though, with some multi-frags there. Keep an eye on that for the rounds to come. Flashbang towards the tree position, and JW continues his identity. Unlikely positions. How many people do you see holding this with an AWP? Especially on an anti-eco round. JW still himself, and that's great to see. Brilliant spots another player. Do they outstay their welcome, though? You don't want to really be too vulnerable. Back of the head. At least shoot him in the face. Now there's a chance for NiP. Draken's got the AWP. They're charging towards the site. Rez will go for a very quick plant. Does Crims want to go deep to stop this? That's the risk. He took it. And now it's a 3 versus 3. Brolan's still in that long position, though. I don't know if he's given a sound QA, but it doesn't seem like NiP are prepared for this. But Get Right's about to spot him, and there is a trade. But this probably favors the CTs at this point because they've left the last 2 players for NiP on pistols. Although the 1D from Lekro causes big problems now. Can Exist hold on to this? He can't. Lekro again, one of the Deagle Kings. And somehow NiP continue to trade, and they take an unlikely round. Fnatic may be getting a little too leery with unnecessarily deep positions versus a bunch of people with pistols. Yeah,
absolutely. Lekro, as you say, definitely known for it. Comes out, nice connection there onto Rez. Doesn't keep the bomb plant alive, but
wow,
he does get the follow-up shots, and here it is, just tag, reposition, goes for a deeper peek, and of course that we know how that ended. Really nice there from Lekro. And with Brolan playing so well, it's good to have that sort of balanced out by somebody on the NiP side at this point. We've seen JW actually, with quite a few shots that his positions make sense if he hits the shots. And I think he expects, and I think we also expect a player of his caliber to be able to connect those. So he's having a frustrating start, I would say, with his AWP. There's been quite a few missed shots early on. Slow to warm up here, perhaps a bit of jet lag.
It's a colourful keyboard he's got there. That almost looks like a 60% keyboard. Maybe a 10 keyless, but that looks pretty micro.
That's got to be 60%.
Low profile. Very good. I approve. High profile kind of triggers my RSI symptoms. So I go for low in most cases. fnatic moving low into the connector position with 2 players. JW willing to peek deep with the AWP. Looking to boost towards a short position. They've missed the opportunity, but he could scope in and have his teammate open the door. It is risky though. There are some really awkward spots to deal with. Twist has been picked off in the meantime. And if Brelin goes up the ladder, he might spot the bomb. This could get really funky if he continues on his little mission.
Yeah, I have to say, I really enjoyed that first pick from JW. It's good to see that he's just going for these aggressions still. Connecting some shots. Exists, gets the shadow advantage. Does take a lot of damage though. Oh, the flashbang comes in to protect him from the trade, but Draken is still good for it. 3 versus 3 for NiP now as they've just picked up that kill. Nice though, Brolin whittling down the numbers, and the bomb needs to make its way towards the bomb site, and it's going to have to find its way through the short position. Forest locking it down, and systematically it seems... Oh, I was about to say that looked like Draken was able to almost get that angle, but it's being picked apart player by player. It's very strange how slowly these frags sort of come in. It's not being just, you know, a torrent of frags as they try to enter the bomb site and trade forwards, but just a weird staggered timing. And Forrest, he's going to try to run as quickly as he can and try not to give away any sound cues and use the time perfectly to get this bomb down. This round is still alive, James.
Yeah, I think he's waited so long that it seems obvious to fnatic with the rotation we're seeing that he is planting on the A bomb site now. Straight through the flames, JW, in record time, stopping that plant from happening. That was really interesting to watch how it played out for NiP. They had 1 player on the B bomb site. They knew somebody was short B. Forest took the bomb to short B to take that player out, to give them a better spot at winning the round. However, it wasn't to be. The struggle continues, and NiP are back on the pistols. Back with the Desert Eagles and the likes of Rez, Lecro, and Forest. They've got 2 flashes and a smoke on Lecro as well, and Forest will pick up another support flash. So we'll see if, well, if fnatic will pay them more respect than we saw last time on the anti-eco round, and if we'll see more 1Ds from the likes of Lecro. Glasses are off. I guess he's short-sighted like I am.
I think as well, this is, if we want a close map, this is how it needs to play out too. fnatic, you know, getting a good start on the CT side. I feel like NiP CT side will be a bit better, but we'll have to see how it ends up playing out in the ends. But there it is. Rez is down. Draken's down. Doesn't seem like there's too much NiP can find in this particular round. Garrett creeping around the bathrooms. Lecro waiting for the jump spots, but he will be spotted instead.
Cheeky.
This round seems like a formality at this point. Not too much left to find here for NiP. Les Forest can somehow finagle his way to a headshot, but he can't. 1 by 1, they walk to their death. These NiP players. 6-3 for fnatic.
All right, then. Let's see if NiP can get the momentum back, because, again, those initial 1 or 2 rounds, so different to the remainder, really bizarre. From their perspective, fnatic had a bumpy road, over-aggressive on the anti-eco round, but they're in a solid position. I say that, but they've got 2 MP9s, although I think stylistically they won't be terribly concerned. Exist can go into connector, and he's got close quarters, can drop a smoke in to start things off. He's got JW there as well. And they'll boost towards that short position. Forest taken down early. No response from Ninjas in Pyjamas. Lecro showing some presence in that connector position, and JW and Exist will not outstay their welcome. It is quite risky to get out of connector and run back towards toilets as a CT side, but now it's a 5 versus 3. Everything seems to be going swimmingly for fnatic.
Every minute left, plenty of time for NiP. It's such a difficult position. You just need to rely on somebody just going ham. A clean entry kill. Neko's in front of the smoke. This is opportunity, and it goes pretty well up against the Orc now. Twist is in position, looking for the trade kill coming in from short, but the play is somewhat staggered. Eventually, they find their way forwards. Rez opens up with a nice headshot, and the smokes will go down. 3 versus 3. They're going to have an afterplant here after all, and fnatic are in for some trouble.
What do they do now? The odd grenade, but they'll be mainly focusing on the weaponry. That is such a disgusting peek from Draken. High risk, but as an AWPer, maybe he knows the angles even better than most. Broland and Exist, 2 versus 3. Still looking to try and win this round. Exist looking for an entry. Not quite sure where the T's are. They pop out every now and then. There is a headshot in response, but it seems that the round is going to NiP. The money's not fantastic for fnatic either. They can't really afford to chase too much and get the frags, although Draken will take his body towards Exist, and Exist looks likely to save the AWP. Ninjas in pajamas back to winning ways. Can they string some rounds together though? Always important to do that. Again, maybe less so with the economy, but you don't really want to be trailing for too long. Now what do fnatic do with their cash? They can go for another buy. AWP dropped, and they should be good as far as the buy is concerned.
Yeah, only if you managed to get 4 AKs out, but how many nades will they get? That's an okay amount. Could have been worse, I suppose. Like, doesn't really have anything except a flashbang. We'll see how the round is called for NiP. Ooh, that's a nice little gap there for Draken. I think the CTs perhaps have figured that out.
Almost bought off smoke, but not quite.
Oh, actually, Forrest is going to go through it with the not seeing anybody cross. Draken's called that. Forrest knows he can just go through. He doesn't have to look right. Going for the opportunity forwards here. Looking for the entry frags. Exist. Does he get traded out? No. Nice double coming in. In fact, 3 unanswered kills from the CT side. Finally, Rez gets something on the board for NiP, but there's much more to be done. And Rez looks like he's the man to do it. Almost another one. Down to 5 HP for JW. And NiP are still alive and kicking in this one. Rez, man, he's just doing all the work.
That was a really important frag. Maybe the round is over if he does not land that. 1 minute on the clock. Any grenades left for NiP? No. So they don't need to plant the bomb just yet. A Molotov for JW would be very interesting. I don't know if he's even got an angle to deliver it, but there is a nice shot from Twist. Draken now is in a really tough spot. Goes straight past the angle, through the wall no less. 39 seconds. He has no idea where JW is. 5 HP, USP, and there's fnatic back to winning ways once again. He'll make sure he's extra dead. And that has ruined the money of Ninjas in Pajamas. $2,500 for too many of their players. And again, it seems to be a... Okay, they're going to go for the full force buy. An AK is coming out, 1 at the very least. Get Right could have maybe dropped a second one, but he's opted for an SMG and plenty of grenades instead.
That was such a nice round from Rez. Anticlimactic for NiP after all that work. Really good stuff from fnatic. Looking pretty smooth so far in this first map. Max 7 out. JW's one of the first players really known for shotgun work so many years ago. The sawn off in particular was one of his specialties in the cobblestone era. NiP looking to burst this speed bomb side, but that flank will be fast from the CTs. They're already starting through connector. It's close. It looks very good here now for fnatic.
That could change quickly. Oh no, actually, no, it can't. I don't think. Let's Get Right's now the only man remaining, and there is the meat shot to finish off the job. Yeah, I think JW is iconic for the cobblestone play, but I always remember the nuke play around the squeaky door before cobblers. Great times, many memories, many more to be written as well.
From Swag 7.
Yeah. CS continues to evolve. Who the hell knows what kind of madness we'll see with shotguns on Vertigo, for example. 4 orgs and an AWP. Scopes for everybody on fnatic in this particular round. 3 rounds remain in the first half. JW probably spotted 1 player cross. There's a second one, but he won't last very long. Get Right taken out. No response from what little NiP have in this round. A bunch of pistols and a scout at this point. But these pistols can be very dangerous. They have been very dangerous. All Desert Eagles with this scout on Draken. So it started off well this half, but quickly descended into madness for Ninjas in Pajamas. 4 rounds unlikely for them the way it started. Again, this is their pick overpass, and again, neither of these teams are over 35% in the last 3 months on overpass.
I do feel like NiP are if I'm thinking about them and overpass in this matchup, I'm thinking like 10 rounds, not too hard to see them find, especially if they're able to pick up the pistol. Oh, hello. Rez is shocked Brolan. But more deeks to be found. And the CTs have constricted the space pretty dramatically here for the CT side. But Forrest picks up a headshot. Lekro though with the backstab. Is he going to get a knife out? No.
No, he's looking for a second player. Or information, something.
Scout Steagles.
The more info you can get, the better. Forrest, last man, he's got a 1v1. He wants to take it quickly. He'll try, he'll do his best, but not in a good situation. 9-4, fnatic looking comfortable so far on their CT side. Is 4 rounds enough for ninjas in pajamas? I think that it isn't really, considering there is a pistol, and pistols often mean variants. So they've got a chance for 6. I think they could accept 5. It's a nice shot from JW.
Yeah, those ones are really hard as well with the AWP. I find at least those to be difficult shots when you're like looking towards the fountain and you're just seeing those heads at distance. NiP, they really need that an extra round or two. Brolan, we saw him absolutely shutting down NiP in this position early on in this half. And look at the mini-map. Look how much info that fnatic have of what's going on. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're forcing the hand of ninjas in pajamas, and NiP will accept that and press on because there's not a lot else they can do. But they are running into the Gatling gun once again. 5 versus 2. Absolute shutdown from fnatic. RM-RF, they're all getting deleted. It's a full format here for ninjas in pajamas. Crims will be claimed, but it doesn't matter at this point. There's only 1 round to go in this half.
10-4. It looked so good at the beginning, at the offset for NiP. It looked so good. Then it all went wrong.
It's like a firework. Started to spark and then just stopped. No big explosion. All the children in the park are crying. The ice cream's falling in the grass. 4 AKs and a scout for Draken. That is dedication. A scout versus a full buy on overpass. I look forward to seeing what you can do. HE towards the playground. Do a little damage to Rez. Maybe that comes into play later on. JW will bide his time on long. And NiP will start slow. 3 players around the playground, 1 connector, and get right to doing his usual lurk job around the bomb site. Will change the way he approaches it. Don't want to do the same thing every time. Just like on the B bomb site and Cash, you'll see him doing that later. Might throw in a flashbang every now and then. Now, we've got a different 2-man setup for JW and a teammate. Thought that one might have landed. Does he go back to the well? Running distraction. Molly towards the tree, and there's Brolan to pop out. Second frag from him. Beautiful stuff. Do they identify a 3rd player around the trees? Asking questions. Trying to control the space. Is he going to go towards long to try and rescue himself? Well, there's the scout shot from Draken, so that's great. And now things go down to a 2 versus 2.
Draken's still on that scout though, and Twist and Exist are both full HP, so he needs the headshots. The bomb's down as well. Really, Lekro's got to go for it. Someone's got to go for it. They need to be putting it on a bomb site pretty shortly. They've already got to be on their way with such little time. Lekro seems aware that Exist is in connector, but I suppose they don't truly know where Twist is, and with the AWP they're going to be walking into an angle, and if Twist is holding that, again he's got such a strong position. Oh, he gets caught out though with the nade in his hand, but he's still, Exist comes in from the back to finish it off. 11-4. Ever since the first few rounds, NiP just got completely shut down. Great half from fnatic. They are looking, I mean, it's just the CT side, but honestly it does look like, with how snappy Brolan's been from the get-go, and even through some of the misses from JW, we're seeing such a confidence from fnatic. I'm in a position where I'm actually starting to favor them for this map, which is pretty awesome, considering that they've had so many struggles recently. But there's still a second half to play, and that's, I think, the half in which NiP will find much more comfort, should they get the pistol, that is. That's really what it all comes down to with only 4 rounds.
White shoes on LAN. Scary stuff. I'd be terrified of smudging anything against anything under that table. Well then, I think that the NiP players will be disappointed with that half, but it is history. You can't change it, so it's time to focus on the future. fnatic getting hydrated, always good. Don't forget to drink water. Very easy not to as a gamer.
I've drunk 3 liters already today, James.
I'm proud of you, Dan.
Thank you. That is 100 ounces.
I got one of those giant bottles that have like 2 liters in them. So if I'm gaming all day, then I'll fill it up at the beginning and drain it.
It's weird though, when you drink a lot of water, if you feel more thirsty all the time.
Yeah, it's like you have unquenchable thirst or something.
It's like, haven't I done enough?
Yeah.
Come on.
And you have to pee a lot.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, then do it. There are worse things that could be happening. All right, then. Are we soon into the game? Oh, Draken's got a bun going on. Is that a top knot? Is that a top knot thing he's got?
You what?
Draken's on his hair? I think it's called a top knot. I don't know.
I know such things.
All right, then. Here we are. fnatic have exist with grenades. I don't see any P250. No, there's no money for it. The other 4 players with Kevlar. 4 rounds for Ninjas in Pyjamas on their T side, on their map pick of Overpass. Quietly, players move down the ladder. If you are a CT and you run into connector and someone runs down the ladder, so to speak, you can hear it from your side of connector, so you know people are there, which may be why fnatic have walked down the ladder, so as not to reveal their dastardly plan.
Yes. Oh, there's a lot of players for NiP in the right position here, all the way towards this A bomb site. fnatic have some flashes though. This could burst them through with a flashbang. Where the flash at? No flash there. Lekro is just going to be facing him up close and personal. And it does trade out there somewhat evenly. Can fnatic make their way onto the site now and get some flashes in there, but they are going to be struggling to force these CTs away from these positions. They're buying so much time. And indeed, fnatic will actually just go and say, screw it, we're going to go back towards B, I think. Or will they? So it feels unclear at this point. Another flash used there by Exist, trying to just hold the attention of these players for as long as possible whilst his teammates go towards B, but I think that surely the running will be heard in Suez at this point. And they're going to go all the way around to Monster, at least Crims will.
Forest in a graffiti position, not for long, however. A USP collected by Crims, and again, it shows you why range is so important in pistol rounds. The bomb's been planted, 3 versus 3. Get Right has a defuse kit. 2 Glocks for the fnatic side along with the USP, but the range is now being closed. Maybe they have the advantage with extra bullets in the magazine. They don't have the man advantage though. Crims trying to bait into Exist, but he's too slow on the trigger finger. Wrecks him. And now Crims versus 3 needs the 1-taps. Ooh, the bomb's going to get defused, and that is not what fnatic wanted. NiP may just be getting themselves back into the match, but can they keep that momentum which was missing in the first half?
fnatic did get a few kills though, and the bomb down, so they could go for a devious force buy with AKs, but they decide to instead go for deagles and half buy it, and then they'll have AKs out in the next round, and in this round the plan is to get a few kills. I think if they would get 3 kills, they would be extremely happy. If you get 2 kills, it's cool. If you get 1 kill, it's not enough. That's kind of how I would look at this here for fnatic. 2 kills is a goal, 3 is a bonus. And, well, Exist is out of the rounds. Can sit on the bench for the time being. In the sin bin. He's been placed in the sin bin. Oh, well, that's not going well for Forest. Don't expect the player to be right there, but there's 1 kill. Anything else here? Almost another one. 1 HP and 4 HP for Twist and Brolan. It'd be pretty sexy if Twist was able to eke out another one here, but it's very difficult. Garrett is going to have to flick, though, if Twist goes for a quick jiggle.
The classic UMP flick.
Yeah, exactly. The classic.
Who hasn't done that before?
It is actually funny because the rate of fire is so slow with the UMP. If you miss your first bullet, it can get pretty awkward pretty fast with the UMP. Look at this elevated position. There's no way they pre-aim Lekro here. He's got such a superior angle as well.
I respect the effort, but he had so little health that they were doomed. They were cursed. On to the next one. Ninjas in Pajamas. 6 rounds. 5 rounds away from fnatic. So let's see what they can do, with what they're working with. We've got a French gun on Lekro, the UMP on Get Right versus a bunch of AKs and an AWP, I do believe. Eco frags, tasty.
And it's a start that NiP wanted, that they need it on the CT side. I'm really curious what Draken's going to be up to, James. If he's on form, if he's hitting that flow state, if he gets in the zone, then we're going to see some shenanigans with that AWP on the A side of the map, that's for sure.
Yeah, I do think he shines brightest on overpass on the CT side specifically. But yeah, they need to get him to that AWP. This will be a very key round if they can win this one. There's a AWP to potentially be collected, currently in the hands of Twist. I like that JW does not feel compelled to have an AWP at all times. It's been the case for a while, and I think it adds a good level of dynamic play to him. I mean, he's got some really interesting strats with 47 as well, but we'll get to that later. Get Right's in a precarious position. No warning from the T side as they move into the B bomb site, but they need to get that bomb planted quickly because NiP have greater numbers and they're moving in fast.
Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting now. fnatic in a quite a strong position to finish the round out. This B bomb site holds. Twist with that AWP post plant. Pretty dangerous. Crims will pick up one as well. Difficult shots there for Twist. And now just exist and Twist as Crims gets eliminated. But time is against NiP. They need to speed things up now. Ooh, big whiff there from Twist. Now down to exist. The flick comes in. But NiP save it. They actually go 3 kills untraded there. That's not bad at all. I thought fnatic had that one. You know, a couple missed shots from Twist is all it took.
Well, NiP had the man advantage as well, so they've got that trade frag situation, at least for 1 kill, in theory.
Very true, very true.
Yeah, made expensive. But here they are, and they will invest into this, fnatic. Round lead is 4 now, so maybe the CT side is what holds the key for Ninjas in Pajamas, but again, those 4 rounds may feel like quite a long road, especially with a dangerous buy like this. 4 CZ75s in the P250. CZ hasn't seen as much shine as it has previously. Draken with a nice early frag, and he gets the hell out of there. Rez is here for support as well. Going through the smoke might not be the best idea. fnatic, they're gambling. They're trying to catch these players out of position like they were put out of position, but you can see there's a lot more structure in this round from Ninjas in Pajamas. They're ready to fight from multiple angles, and they will have little issue in that particular round.
Indeed, and this is where things really get interesting. Okay, both teams have 4 buys. We've got the AWP on Draken on the CT side. You can see the odds changing a little bit there. Quite a lot, actually. NiP now out of favor. So
yeah.
Obviously, they had a rough first half, but they are swinging pretty hard and heavy into the second half, and this is what we wanted to see. Draken with that AWP. Rez has gone towards the fountain, flashed through the smoke. And fnatic are playing a really slow round here. They are anticipating this aggression. They feel it. They know something's up. And it feels like the action could happen really quickly here. And there it is. Peek comes in from Rez. And NiP are doing to fnatic as fnatic did to them on the first half.
Yeah, but there are advantages for NiP beyond this round, and not in terms of economy, but just in terms of conditioning their opponent to spend lots of time checking these areas to see if it's safe or not. This will potentially slow down fnatic for the rounds to come, but first, NiP needs to focus on closing this one out. Counter grenades from the CT side. Lekro just waiting in the water. He's got some smoke to hide behind. He spots one player going around the back. That's the bomb, and that leaves Crims, who was just spraying through the wall, in a short B position. They know exactly where he is. 1 versus 4. NiP just want to continue to build their cash. Some pot shots from Crims. Jump peek not required. They've got control of Monster. a rotation all the way towards A is very unlikely and probably undoable without giving some sound cues away. So they focus on short B and Monster and wait for Crims to make his play. Again, the money is together, so he probably wants to be eliminated one way or another. Crims, he will be. And now the gap is closed to 2.
Yeah, it's looking really smooth from NiP now. Another half buy coming in from fnatic. And NiP don't need to do too much. We're not going to see such an aggressive round as that previous one from NiP against Pistols. So as long as NiP have read the money correctly, we should see them playing, I think, somewhat more passively. With all the utility that fnatic have in this round, though, they could absolutely offer up something pretty scary towards the B bomb site in the terms of a set piece or two. Draken looking to catch new players jumping across to party, spotting no one going across the party can allow them to anticipate a fairly fast play into B as well. Suez is now under fnatic control.
But how far will they get into the B bomb site? As you can see from Get Right's position, there is a potential crossfire here unless they smoke it off. Charging into the site, Forest with the first pick. Lecro will be taken up by Crims, and they will swarm these Ts all over the place. But you've got Forest hopping around the site. He'll get taken down eventually. There is a rotation for another player, but does he wait for his teammate? Smoke on the site as well. That might invite some variance to either team, but probably Ninjas in Pyjamas. So here we've got Rez on the low ground. We've got Draken on the high ground of the AWP, but he's got to be really careful about the player immediately below him.
Yeah, I think, is that going to be a right-click flash, or what's the deal with the flash? Okay, it's a deep one. But no, yep, there's the player below. And as you said, that's so critical. The spray transfer works out for the player underneath, but unfortunately, they couldn't get it done. Crims holds it down, 12-9. fnatic pick up a round on this TE side. Money to go and reach into, or rather, NiP can reach into their pockets and find the money that they need for the rebuy. But beyond this rebuy, there will be no more. So this needs to be a success here for NiP. Rez delivering nicely, picking up the AW with the second AWP for his team.
Ooh, how nice. Don't often see that angle. Early Molotovs to deter a fast push from fnatic. But there is none. Again, NiP conditioning fnatic around the A bomb site. And look at the positions of fnatic slowly creeping forward just in case there's an aggressive play. That is the long-term advantage of what NiP did a few rounds ago. Never quite know when they might do that again. NiP with 3 players towards B. They have forward position from Rez in the short B area with great cover from Forest. I like this setup. This is quite nice. You don't see this too often. Standing on the concrete balloons looking towards that long position. They won't see a whole lot. fnatic. So how do they figure out the setup? Oh, okay. There's a clue. Rez picking Crims. Now, what is the response from fnatic?
45 seconds, and Lecro, I think, has spotted a couple more bit of action towards bathrooms. NiP feel as though they're in quite a strong position. Forrest has been given the AWP now that he's been tagged down low by Rez. Very generous of him. And the attack commences on the A bomb side here, and it is not going too badly at all for fnatic, as we see Brawlan now taking out Draken. 1 HP for Twist, 2 versus 2. They've got to get the bomb down, and they will. Looks like a good, quick defense coming in from Brawlan, close range, but it's now down to Forest with the AWP against Twist's AWP. This is a difficult one to win for both players. It's quite awkward. Twist, I don't know if he realizes Forest has passed. Okay, now he definitely knows. Smoke goes up. Does Twist throw a shot through the smoke, or does he just get the knife out? He has no idea where Forest is, and it's not going to work out. Well played, Forest.
That was a really awkward spot for Twist because he had 1 HP. So he knows if he tries to shoot through the smoke and he makes a mistake and doesn't kill Forest, if Forest gets 1 bullet on target, that's a wrap. So really awkward spot for Twist with 1 HP, and a very tight round for Ninjas in Pyjamas to win. 10 rounds to the 12 of fnatic. They're still closing in. fnatic trying to get over the line, but it's not going to happen. Not yet. Anyway. So we see Twist taking down to 1 HP earlier on, and then it's just a super awkward position. It's a gamble he didn't choose to take. And now we have Ninjas in Pyjamas on double figures. We see more forward positions from Ninjas in Pyjamas towards the A bomb sites. Draken quietly moving out of connector. Again, risky business to escape this position, but because of the aggression in rounds prior, perhaps it's a little easier in this instance.
More easy going round from NiP, not really offering up any early aggression. They can offer up 4 towards B if they want, though, with Draken playing passively on the A bomb site. It's got fast rotation to be. It's only really Rez who's deep. It's been interesting to see how NiP have mixed up their CD setups just so much, just every round. Rez has been in, he's been AWP, he's been the secondary AWP in some rounds, and played B in one of those rounds. You know, we're seeing him back in the bathrooms. Draken's in the bathroom sometimes. Like, they really are mixing things up a lot. Rez is in a very precarious and delicate position, though. They've now spotted him, and he knows it. Draken goes down on the bomb site. That is really, really painful here for NiP, and they will just take the bomb site. There's no, they know there's no one else to defend it. They saw Rez in the bathrooms. They know that he's still in the bathroom. Twist is waiting for him to emerge into long with the AWP as well.
Not much utility for Ninjas in Pyjamas to try and force their way out from this position around the stairs. See Lekra looking for the trade fragger, but can't quite find the right angle. 2 players quickly lost for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Surely it's time to save, to back off. Is this recoverable? They seem to think so, but time continues to tick. Forest maybe at the point of no return, almost a transfer for him. And now Get Right says, okay, I don't think we're going to win this one, but Breland is on the chase. There's a nice smoke. We'll see if he can save his weapon. fnatic pulling away once again. Breland will fall to the bomb, trying to rotate the long way to chase Get Right. And the money's not amazing for fnatic as well, but it's even worse for Ninjas in Pyjamas, which is a very interesting situation. This late on in the game, 13-10 for fnatic. They may have broken Ninjas in Pyjamas enough to make it all the way there. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the Ninjas in Gym Jams. And then for USP. It's good luck. fnatic look poised to close overpass down. I wouldn't have expected that. Would have expected NiP to win overpass. But fnatic just had a really good first half. But that said, it's not over just yet. This is a boost you don't see too commonly these days. It used to be very common until people started looking for it and pre-aiming it all the time. Now you see it maybe mixed in maybe once a game. And that makes more sense because people are looking there less, as it has or was less popular for a while. I'm liking the teams that are bringing out the Krieg on one player quite a lot. I think it's something which has so much utility with that scope. The pick potential is really powerful.
NiP stacking A used to be common for ecos and for spies early on in overpass to just stack the sites. T side struggling to deal with the positions, but obviously all the nade executes are known now. Rez has taken one in the dome. It's Get Right. He's the main aggressor in this situation, and he was towards the A-bomb site. I believe he still is. There's the frag he's looking for with the boost position, but he will be traded, and that should be the round. Forest towards B with a USP versus 3 fnatic players who will have control of those dropped weapons as well. So I do not expect anything bananas happening in this particular round. So we're looking at 14-10 for fnatic. See what NiP can do in the next round. Maybe Forest can collect something, be it $300 or a weapon. He's been seen. I don't know if there were weapons being disposed of, but they know exactly where Forest is now. And maybe if he just continues to jump here, he can get Exist to dive to the bomb or something like that. That might be part of the plan. I think Exist might realize that and he'll start to move away. This round will not be saved by Forest. But you can see he's not fighting to the death. He wants the bomb to frag somebody. And that's exactly what he will get. So in a very tiny margin situation, he still managed to squeeze something out of that, which is fantastic and just shows what experience can give you in Counter-Strike.
But will it help them to get the win in this instance? Fnatic are on the cusp of victory here. If they're able to win this round, you'd imagine it'd be too difficult, most likely, for NiP to find a way back in. So this round is pretty much everything at this point. To FAMAS, a UMP. That is a terrible look for such an important round. Draken's glass cannon. Oh my, this is very desperate for NiP. They will take over sewers straight away. That's really nice. Take away some map control, but Draken goes down with his AWP. He gets outpicked by that Krieg. The scope, man, it's so strong in some of these positions if the user, the wielder of that Krieg knows what he's doing.
Considering what they're left to fight with, this is a really bad spot for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They have a combined, well, they don't have a lot in the bank. I'm not going to count it. Don't try it, Dan. Don't do it. 4 versus 5. I can't confirm or deny that. 4 versus 5 for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They have a 2-man setup towards long, but they don't have an AWP for it. Who knows if someone is holding an angle on that very AWP. Rez has no idea. If he dropped his FAMAS and somebody was in toilets, they'd probably hear him. So it's a really risky situation, but I'm sure he's salivating to pick it up. It's being watched by Broland. It's being protected by Broland on long, and there we go. Rez gets punished for his position. And Lekro looking for 2. He'll get traded by Twist. There's information, though, for Forest. 2 versus 4. They've got to do something.
And Forrest trying to get close with that UMP. Oh, it's working out. How has he managed to pull that one off? Oh my god, Get Right's in the mix too. And now it's down to Crims against Forrest and Get Right, the old duo. And here he comes. Crims, he's had many crazy highlights on overpass. He does take down Forrest, has to find Get Right. Get Right can be absolutely anywhere, but if you don't know where he is, he's behind you, as the old saying goes. And Get Right will finish it off. I don't know how our Forrest picked those 2 UMP kills up. That is massive. That just somehow keeps NiP left alive and overpass with something to work with.
Such important frags. It did cost NiP a player to get the information that those guys were there in the first place, and maybe it gave Fnatic a false sense of security. Out pops Forrest with a ridiculous clutch, and that's part of the round. And here they are. I feel like it probably should be game point, but Forrest says no. Draken flashed off the position, spots Broland by the fountain position, takes him down to 5 HP.
That's pretty nuts. That's like a weird number. Did he like headshot him or something through the wall, or what happened there?
Who knows? It's possible.
I mean, it's like a really thin bit. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Slow from Fnatic. JW on a pistol, the rest on rifles. They've got to be very careful, Fnatic. If they lose this, they're probably going to be on eco. It's a very tight shot from Draken. Those angles are fantastic. He's got rifle support as well in Rez. And that can quickly compound a situation for a CT side in their favor. And it has. No response from Fnatic. 3 versus 5.
Still a way in though. It's really difficult for Twist just because they don't really need to jump peek that with 3 players left, or if they do, they can do just the one jump peek, and they'll stroll straight into Draken. He'll take down JW. And this is hopeless now at this point. And they got no money. They may as well save these guns. What a horrible situation for Fnatic, and NiP right back in this. And they've done it just in the nick of time with that crazy play we saw at the end of the previous round from Forrest and Get Right. NiP had put themselves in a position where they could actually steal. They could steal overpass right at the end.
even though it's their pick. That's how wild is that?
Yeah, I mean, they were getting kind of beasted for quite some time, so it would definitely be a steal. And Fnatic are going to have the weirdest of buys now, buying around the AK and AWP that was saved. And Twist didn't even have any armor, actually, in the first place. So he's glass cannon. He continues with the AWP, which presumably he will.
If they buy around it and lose without planting the bomb, then their money is in the toilet. It's swirling in the toilet. It's not in or out. It's just swirling around the rim. Nobody wants to be doing that. So let's see what they choose to do. Some discussion on the Ninjas in Pyjamas side as well. I wonder how Get Right's feeling at the moment. Seems focused. Some discussion. And let's get into it. I don't know what to say about that. Okay, so there has been some investment. Now let's see what Twist can do. Plenty of players to pick up the AWP should it be lost. Again, Draken not shy to go for these shots, and he delivers once again, and he's out of there. That is not the AWP taken out though, but again, you still need the numbers alive. So he moves to that long position in front of the flower bed. The man is confident. If he misses his shot, he could be a goner. Ooh, he still goes back as well. This is so interesting. And JW's made his way forward, and that's surely... Oh no, he's run out of bullets! He's jumping backwards not to get a headshot, but he'll get shot in the back, and Draken still holds his ground. Absolute madness. He's still re-peeking. This is bananas. And delivers a shot in the face, and that's the bomb, no less. What?
Whoa.
That's just a wild round.
What on earth happened there?
That is a wild round, Dan.
What just happened? JW just jumping around the corner. Draken had to use every last USP bullet. That is beautiful. Those are really hard to connect. Oh my god. Oh no, JW missed everything with the CZ. That's so... Oh, that's real rough. And imagine if he gets that kill, picks up the AWP there. That's a game changer. That should have been a kill. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's another opportunity in the bog. But they're still in the lead, Fnatic. They still have a chance to take game points on NiP's pick. It's been a bumpy ride. NiP are better equipped, far better equipped in terms of utility at this point. There's a good on Twist as well, no AWP.
Yeah, it's so I was going to say, it's so funny to see a Krieg on the CT side. Okay, early damage exchange is not going so well for Fnatic, is it?
Not really. Waiting out the grenades, maybe. They don't really have presence towards A at all, Fnatic. Maybe JW go and see if the CTs have kept honest positions. Otherwise, they're just waiting outside the B bomb site. Are they waiting for a play from NiP, from an overpeak? Are they waiting for the use of utility? There are 45 seconds remaining. JW's gone all the way towards long, so indeed, he is doing some scouting. But will he be deploying grenades? He's got full grenades. He has thrown something towards long. So some presence is now being shown by Fnatic towards the A bomb site. But will it pull rotation? We've got grenades coming into the B bomb site as well. But it seems Fnatic are rotating towards the A bomb site. This smoke's going to be a problem. There are 22 seconds left. They've got to gamble through it. So this might not pay off for Fnatic. They might be outmaneuvered. Crimson's made his way onto the A bomb site, but his teammates need to rotate as well. Twist is blind, still going to get a frag though, but the bomb has to go down. There are 10 seconds. CT's on the A bomb site. Can the bomb get planted? I don't think it can. Twist, has he got time? Just about. But where is Forrest? He's faking. Yes, no idea where Forrest is. Forrest on the flank. Doesn't quite work out. All kinds of gambles taken. And the round goes to the CTs, 14-14.
Oh man, he actually had time to plant as well. I think he pressed click. He clicked to plant on 4 seconds. It takes 3.5 seconds. So that fake was everything. Oh my, this is very strange. Just the chaos with Rez as well. Like Rez was trying to like find more frags after the first one, couldn't find anyone, and went into the smoke, and no one could like find him either. It was just so weird.
I don't know how much JW saw around the toilet position, because he was spraying from connector towards B. Then I think he rotated around the back of connector towards long, and he was long. And from my radar, there were 4 people around B, short B, and then they all rotated towards toilets to go towards A. But it didn't really have much information there. So I'm guessing, like, I don't know how much presence was shown for the guys towards B, for them to decide to go A like that with no idea what the status was around the toilets The smoke grenade was absolutely brutal for Ninjas in Pyjamas, and then it was carnage after that because they didn't really have any information, so they had no idea where Forest was. It did go down to 1 versus 1, but there we are. Who knows what might have happened if they had planted the bomb. 14 apiece. We're all tied up, and Fnatic's buy goes from bad to worse. And NiP things will get better. Draken survives for now. Again, he's got that rifle support, but it's just a shooting gallery. He's smashing the pots. The rest are towards long.
It's pretty amazing. Draken just going for those re-peaks, so confident in his flick shots. The desperate gauntlet run onto the A bomb site, sprinting as quickly as possible through the long position, where Draken awaits from the restrooms there with that AWP in hand. The flashbang comes in though, but you better believe he's going for the re-peaks as soon as he can. And here comes some frags. Brolan against 3 now. And he may just go all the way to the B-bomb side, but there's players lurking all over the place. Headshot angle there for Lekro to find the frag. 15 now for NiP. They may have just... They're so close now from stealing this away from Fnatic. They're so close.
I feel like this is going to be a really frustrating situation for Fnatic if they don't win this map.
Oh,
the way some of these rounds have gone, I think they will feel like they had big opportunities, especially in that 2K with the UMP from Forest, so on and so forth. Right, there's still another ropey buy, really low on grenades, Fnatic, UMP and a Galil, not ideal, and his Crim's about to walk to his doom. Keeping an eye on short B, looking for a push, but I mean, there are 2 questions here. One is also, how long will NiP hold this angle for? How does Get Right get away with that?
Nice shot again, Draken with these flicks. Twist trying to go for the punish, and Draken's not ready for it. JW's been having an awful day so far, it seems. Had some nice stuff in the first half, but the T side has not been kind to him. Brolan again having to go for a 4K to pick up the pieces. NiP surely have overpass in the bag. Brolan. He has been pretty remarkable so far. And he's not up against any AWP. He has time. He's got some post-plant or some pre-plant utility to use as well. So there is hope if he can get close. But that's a problem. Being spotted is a huge problem. He needs the element of surprise here.
Look at the radar. Immediately, one of the CTs on B goes to the short B position. He knows he can take that for free. Plenty of information, horrible angles. So he goes from bad to worse for Brolan. And that can allow NiP to have 2 players on the A site now with off angles. He knows where Forest is. Can he take him by surprise? He's gone past his angle. He knows someone else is here as well, but he can't get the frag. And that will be that. NiP 16 to 14. Look at all those CT rounds on both halves. Absolute madness on overpass.
Wow, I didn't think that they would be able to make the comeback happen, but credit to them, they did. And as you said, James, has to be horribly frustrating for Fnatic. They had that game in the bag, and in this series where they are definitely the underdogs going into it, they really need to pick that one up.
Yeah, I think the way that played out, I think it might actually help NiP in terms of confidence and so on to have a good start, to have it taken away very quickly indeed, to have a very long comeback, have horrible rounds, have clutches like Forest on that 2K with the UMP. I think starting a series like that and coming back from adversity is a positive for them, and that positive. For Fnatic though, that is, I think, a disastrous start. To be so close to winning it, to have multiple strong situations to close it out when your opponent is in a weak spot, and to not do it is not how you want to start a best-of-3 series. Yeah,
and I think there's a few moments we saw JW having really an awful time of it. I think that CZ moment against Draken kind of summed it up as well, because that was a round where if he gets the kill on Draken there, which he really should have, Draken didn't offer any defense.
He was exposed.
JD was able to shoot 12 bullets out of his CZ, and there's no return until the USB comes out later. So that would have been an AWP and everything else. They probably would have run the round. They would have had a good shot at it, but
indeed.
Wasn't the case.
So thoughts of the desk, I think, after a break.
cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Case. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.